What is going on, everybody? It is a rainy night in Georgia. How y'all doing? Is it raining where you at? Because it's a storm out there. I promise you, this September, my birth month, is always a stormy season. I mean, sometimes it's worse than others, but I can't escape the rain. Against my window, I can't stand the rain, as Tina Turner once said. But, you know, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. And you know why we going to be all right? Because we a tribe and we walk together. And anything that one of us goes through, we all go through. So we going to make it. We going to make it. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. I do see everybody coming in. And we going to start out with shouting out. Prominent Woman is here. Char Willie Conversations with is here. Bella is here. In Harmon, oh, excuse me, allegedly in Harmon is here. Bella is here. I got Trust in My Destiny. Good evening to you. Jackson Tabasco, who that to you? Nola Brown, who that to you? Shay B is here. I got Miss HLS in the house. GC is here. Onions under Sonia's eyes. She says, "Woo, child, this is going to get my blood pressure up. I'm just going to hit the like button and keep it pushing. Try not to upset you too bad this evening, Onions under Sonia's eyes. That's who get my blood pressure up. Vicky, not Vicky, is here. Black but not bitter is in the building. Make it rain. NYC, Florida is here. I got Muffin 218 in here, and she got flames in the chat. Minding Business is here. Dimples Wimples is here. Dimples Wimples is reminding you to please hit the mother loving like button. Yes, indeed. Trust in My Destiny. I think I shouted you out already. Us seniors need love too. Good evening, Native and Tribers. Good evening to you. Us seniors need love too. Hope everything is going well for you. Leo Lady is here. Miss Veronica is in the house. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Is here. I got Miss Apple Pie with flames in the chat. Miss Butterfly is here. Man, I'm so glad to see y'all. Y'all just don't know. I'm so glad to see my tribe. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mystery says, "Hey, Native and Tribe." Yes, indeed. And I also got Justin's mom in the chat. Hey, y'all. We're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about a couple things. And I debated on whether or not I wanted to actually discuss this or even get into it, but I felt like I needed to. I felt like it needed to be said. So I'm going to say it, and we're going to get into it. Elizabeth Hannah is in the house. Thank you so much for coming through. I do appreciate you being here. Texas Toy, D-Dub. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. NY Chill One is here. Saying good evening. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. Make sure I can be properly heard on this. The first thing that I want to say, shout out to Shirley Elizabeth Strawberry the fourth. I don't know her whole name. All I know is that she's Shirley Strawberry, and today Shirley Strawberry has alleviated herself from that villainous miscreant called Nesto. She did it, y'all. Can we get some strawberries in the chat for Shirley Strawberry completing her divorce? She is no longer a part of the Nesto cinematic universe. I'm so proud, so happy for her. There were no cameras, but from what I understand from those who were able to see what happened, I see that, or from what I understand, excuse me, excuse me, She has she was very happy. She was very relieved. And I don't blame her. Like we talked about before, something like a Nesto is just like it's the biggest weight that you can carry for no apparent reason. So I know she's somewhere celebrating. I know she's somewhere celebrating. I know she's her and Debbie probably are turning it up with some Zimas or some Boone's Farm or some wine coolers or whatever Shirley stuff. Because I can't see Shirley going hard on the heavy stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I do think that she probably got some some Seagrams wine coolers. Dimples Wimple says Nesto is like a fungus that won't die. Yes, indeed. And Dimples Wimples, guess who got that fungus now? Guess who that fungus belongs to right now as we speak? I'll give you a hint. Her name rhymed with Tanya, Vanya, Vanya. That Negro belongs to Sonya. Black but not bitter says California coolers. Yes, yes. Shirley don't go in on the hard stuff. Shirley don't go in. I can't see. I can't see. Hold on, Dimples Wimples. Hold on now. Shirley twerking on her balcony. I'm having a hard time. Having a hard time. I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see. We got Make It Rain in NYC, Florida. Says, good riddance to perverted, nasty Nesto. Yes. He is officially, at this moment as we speak, a Sonya problem. I mean, he's been a Sonya problem, but that marriage thing kind of had him associated with Shirley, with the good name of Shirley Strawberry. And now, that part of her life is done. Man, I'm so happy for her. I am so happy for her. Prominent woman, you right. Side Rooster got that fungus now. And she already got enough issues as it is with diaper rash and shit like that. So, oof. Now she got a Nesto infection. PW, so good to see you here this evening. Says, hey, Native and Tribe. Yes, Shirley free now. She is free. Man, that lady has been through a lot, I must admit. And I tell y'all all the time, I ain't the biggest Shirley Strawberry fan, but I wouldn't wish Nesto on nobody except Sonya. Trust in my destiny, says Nesto was looking thick as he was shuffling in his shadows. What he been eating? Because he don't eat the sausage, he don't eat the bologna. He real picky in jail. What he been eating to get thick like that? He ain't working out. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. S&W 380 is in the house. She says, hey fam, hey S&W 380. How are you? Nola Brown says, little zesty, that's your man. Sonya, that your man. That your man right there, Sonya. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Miss Apple Pie says, me too, Native. I know she feels like, man. I mean, we kind of been going through it with her. We kind of know, the disrespect. We've been there for the phone calls. We've been there for the backhanded compliments, the laughing at everything that's going wrong in her life. This woman is sitting here sleeping on air mattresses, and this man is sitting up here laughing. She said, I got a doctor's appointment. He laughing. All he do is laughing. And Shirley trying to hold it together. All she says is you and that laugh. What she was really trying to say was, I can't wait to get rid of you and that laugh. That was the whole sentence. But see, she didn't say it all. It all wasn't coming out at one time because she was trying to be demure. But ain't no telling what she's saying right now. I said what I said is in the house. Prominent woman. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you for being here. I said what I said. So good to see you. But yeah, I just, I really was celebrating that today. I was really hoping, as the day got closer, and strange things have been happening with this dude and with this case, and especially with this divorce, and just sitting here hoping to all high heaven that she could get this done today, and she did, and she did. And I think that she deserves whatever celebration of her and Debbie, because her and Debbie turning up all out in these Atlanta streets. Excuse me, all out in these Atlanta streets. Um, yeah, Shirley said, "Free at last, free at last." Virgo Cali is in here with flames in the chat. How you doing, Virgo Cali? My Virgo, my fellow Virgo. We celebrate. You still celebrating? We still celebrating? I don't know when the Virgo season ended, but I know I ain't get a chance to get all my celebrating in. Old Man Johnson's Farm is in here this evening. Rossi, flames in the chat, says hi all. How you doing, Rossi? Kino 14 is in here. How are you? Texas Toy said the next call we'll hear him talking about how dumb she was, asking for no alimony when we about to blow up. Texas Toy. See, you read this book. Texas Toy, we done read this book. We already know what he gonna say. He about to blow up. He about to have the movie, the Holy Land RV Park. They about to make a TV series and a movie. Denzel about to be playing him, Denzel's son. We gonna hear all the bluster, right? All the bluster from this guy who can't seem to accomplish anything on his own. But some kind of way Shirley is going to do, and you know what? It's all falling on deaf ears because we've heard it all before. Sonya's heard it all before. Shirley's heard it all before, right? No, Shirley could care less. Shirley could say you could become the next big thing in Hollywood. But guess what, y'all? Shirley don't care. Shirley is taking the words out of Kamala Harris's mouth by saying, "We not going back." Blow up all you want to. You can have all the money on earth, but we not going back. We just not going back. I got Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. Woo. Y'all be killing me with the names. I promise y'all be killing me with the names. I love it. I love it. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for coming through this evening on this Wednesday. A lady 747, glad that you are here. Net Native Tribe Urban Media, that zesty little dude got big. Ooh, got big balls. Allegedly, a lady 747. That's just what I heard. You heard that too, right? You seen it in the text. He said that she got big balls. So she got big balls. She a wise man that's got big balls. A seeing Sneed Love too says Shirley don't give a damn. Sure don't. Would you? Would you? I mean, this man not only it's one thing if you drag yourself down. But this man had her on the trajectory to go right down with him. I might not listen to the radio, but I know who Shirley Strawberry is. People in the radio industry know who Shirley Strawberry is. And people in the industry respect her. But you know what? That respect was starting to kind of wane a little bit because they was trying to figure out what was going on with her and this guy. This guy became the albatross around her neck. And I don't think it was fair for her. I don't think it was fair to her, to have to go through that. So no, she don't give a damn. He could blow up and do whatever he wanted to do. Nola Brown says, Nesto lost a good lady and all his friends. He is up a creek without a paddle. Well, he kind of does have a paddle, and her name is Sonya. Now, how much paddling she can do? Not much. She hasn't been too helpful. She talks a lot. She says a lot of things, and some of the things she says don't make sense. So he's got a paddle, but boy, that creek about to whoop both of their ass. I promise you that. I promise you that. Only Me 23 says, "Hey, Native and Tribe. Hello. Only Me 23. Look, I'm so glad that you all are here on this Wednesday. I appreciate you all stopping through and hanging out with the tribe." Dimples Wumple says, "Let's play Monopoly with Nesto and make sure he never passes go." Man, look, the look, Will Wooten got them dice. Will Wooten got them dice, and Will Wooten gonna make sure that he don't pass go. Go straight to jail or prison or wherever they sending him to. Make it rain. NYC, Florida says, "I wonder if Shirley will make a public announcement in the morning that she's free from this bump." You know what? I don't think so. Shirley's not that type. Now, if the roles were reversed and it was Sonya, Sonya would have a press conference and she would try to call everybody in and she would tell everybody to meet her at the Quick Trip and or the Sit Go or the Wawa. She would just be like, yeah, I have something to say. But Shirley ain't that type. That's not her personality. Shirley has been dealing with this in private mostly. And so I can't really see her suddenly wanting to tell the public. And to be completely honest with you, it's not that big of a story. It's big to us because we follow it, but this is not a thing where CNN is going to be lining up to get her, her opinion or get her statement about this. This isn't really a thing that, Fox knew. Nobody really cares about this. It's interesting, but I don't think that anybody would invest or give Shirley that type of airtime to talk about Nesto. You know what I'm saying? Look, here in Atlanta, the news barely covered it. The news barely covered it. So I mean, I think Shirley just wants this to go away. And I cannot blame her at all for that. But I don't think it'll be a big public thing for her. I don't think she even wants it. I think she just wants this nightmare to be over. And it kind of is. Dimples Wumples reminding to please show some love. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all what, man. I love all y'all, and I love the love that y'all show me, and I love the support that you all give me. I appreciate you all. When I say your presence is my present, I mean that. Y'all could be anywhere else on this Wednesday night, this rainy Georgia night, but y'all here with me, and I definitely appreciate it. Definitely do. Trust in my destiny says Sonya would have a press conference, and the only media person would be, and the only media person would be infamous Sylvia and Big Mustard. What Big Mustard gonna do? Big Mustard ain't got no press pass. Big Mustard just what's his name? Carl Thomas, baby mama. That's it. Now, infamous Sylvia will be there with her glasses, them big ass glasses she like to wear. She will be there, but I don't think Big Mustard got a press pass. I don't know. Trust in my destiny. You got to tell me what Big Mustard gonna be doing. She gonna be holding the camera for for Sylvia. Oh man, let's see what we got. I got Us Singers Need Love too. Says next court date is October 2nd. What's going on October 2nd? Is that another one of those motion hearings? One of them? Did Sonya tell Sean Skin Tight Hoover to file something else? Is that what we doing on October 2nd? Lord of mercy. Look, y'all. Congratulations to Shirley Strawberry on her divorce. The reason why I felt like I needed to come here this evening and speak to y'all, and probably won't be on too long, but I just, something, I came across something that kind of like caught my attention. All right. And I just wanted to kind of like talk about it a little bit. Dimples Wimples, happy early birthday. October 2nd is coming quick. What are you doing for your birthday? What's it gonna be? What you doing? Dimples, well, it's a big deal, Dimples Wimples. What's going on? What you doing? What's gonna happen? Happy birthday. I might have to sing happy birthday. Y'all know I can't sing, but I might have to sing happy birthday, Dimples Wimples. I don't know. I might have to break it out. Trust in My Destiny says October 2nd may be the date Nesto enters a plea and maybe set a trial date. Yeah, could be. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So anyway, dang, I got October birthdays in here, huh? Yours is the 9th. That's okay. I seniors need love too. All right. We're gonna have to get into some birthday shenanigans with the tribe. That's what's gonna have to happen. Um, so we are going to let's talk about it, y'all. So it was brought to my attention that Tyrese, y'all remember Tyrese? He used to sing all the time. He was on the back of the bus drinking a Coke, and he got discovered, and then he went on to have a singing career, and then he started making movies with Ludacris and Vin Diesel, and I don't really know what he do now. What do Tyrese do? Because I ain't heard of Tyrese. When the last time y'all heard a Tyrese song? Y'all heard Tyrese sing in a while? I ain't heard Tyrese sing in a minute, so I don't know what he do. I know he still make the movies. Um, oh, okay. Am I mispronouncing it? Trust in My Destiny. I'm saying it wrong. It's Cryreese. Okay. All right. That makes sense because I haven't seen him cry a few times. He cried about the child support, right? Am I on the right track? I'm on the right track. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Make It Rain is confirming that. Yeah. Okay. Tyrese the crybaby. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. He cries. Okay. That's y'all are letting me know for sure this man cry. Okay, he cried. Look, nothing wrong with a man crying. You know, I'm gonna speak up for that. Nothing wrong with a man crying, but he does seem to cry a lot in public on a lot of different platforms and forums and Instagram posts. You know, it's a little different that way. Mixtress Monica says, "Hey, native, hey chat room, hey Mixtress Monica, welcome, welcome, welcome." Lavette Hampton says, "I'm here." Yes, you are, Lavette. Welcome, welcome. And I said what I said, says Tyrese will always be baby boy to me. Is that, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because he basically got his ass kicked the entire movie. Um, I mean, every time I watch that movie, I'm like, who was this written for? Oh, wow. Jackson Tabasco says Tyrese needs some titty milk. Okay. Y'all are really letting me know what y'all think about Tyrese. Yeah. Trust in My Destiny says he needs intense therapy and perhaps meds. I play a doctor on TV. My goodness, Bank. So glad you made it in, Bank. Bank says, "Hey, native chat and mods." Bank has been doing some great Nesto work on her channel. If y'all get a chance to go see it, go check it out. I am a Bank fan. Bank, by the way, stands for Black Auntie No Kids, one of the best names ever. Ever. Hey, Bank, glad that you made it in. Good question. Did you hit the like button? Jackson Tabasco wants to know, and so do I. Adores Aaliyah since 94 says, whining about the ex-wife on a whole album. The spirit of Jody is all over him. Y'all don't like Tyrese, huh? Okay. I mean, I don't like Tyrese. I mean, you know, I just have never been a fan. Lavette Hampton says, "Who cries a lot?" Yeah, he does. We talking about Tyrese. Talking about Tyrese. Tyrese is the one that we are accusing of crying a whole lot. So it came to my attention that Tyrese has something to say about Diddy, and it wasn't recently. It was back in March. Okay. And so I want y'all, I'm gonna pull this up real quick because I want y'all to see the words. This is from ET Entertainment Tonight from March 27th. I don't want y'all to take my word for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to really see what this dude actually says. So this is the article. Let me get this up here. Okay. Let me get your comment off the screen. Who cries a lot? Tyrese cries a lot. So, here's what Tyrese had to say when Diddy got when he first had his home raided. Okay. The actor expressed his appreciation for the embattled music mogul in a since deleted post. So he didn't even keep it up. But this is what he said. Tyrese took to social media on Wednesday to share a message of support for Sean Diddy Combs amid the music mogul's high profile legal woes and allegations of abuse and ex trafficking. In a since deleted post on Instagram, Tyrese shared a black and white photo of Diddy alongside a lengthy post praising him for his legendary parties and events, which drew sharp and instant criticism from others on social media. So let's just stop right there. These legendary parties are the freak offs. I mean, can we agree on that? Can we agree that that's what he's referring to when he talks about legendary parties? He's praising him for them. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this question and y'all can answer it at your own discretion. If you praise Diddy for these legendary quote unquote parties, do y'all think that Tyrese going to get swept up in this too? Because from what I understand, there are a lot of celebrities that are kind of shaking in their boots. You know, LeBron James has said that Diddy's parties are legendary. Tyrese is saying that Diddy's parties are legendary. Do you think maybe LeBron, maybe some other athletes, you think maybe the FBI is calling some people that we ain't expect for them to call? Because everybody wants to go to these quote unquote legendary parties? I'm just saying, I don't know, you know, but I think that it's very interesting that Tyrese, in this very early stage of the game, keep in mind, this is March. Tyrese, in this early stage of the game, was showing this much support for this man. Now, let's get into what he said. What he actually said was, back in March, what I can't do and what I won't do is downplay the laughter, the fun, the energy, the inspiration, the award shows, the studio sessions, the most legendary parties and events I've ever attended in my life. He came out swinging. He came out swinging hard for Diddy. All right. Tyrese wrote in the caption, and I also can't act as if my high school backyard parties throughout South Central LA wasn't the craziest parties ever because of the bad boy on a slew of hit records. Now, here's where he tries to balance it out. I don't condone nor do I support abuse, bullying, SA, or anything that is currently being alleged. Tyrese continued. But what I can't do is turn the blinds on how much this means to me and all of us and what he had done for the community of music and culture. He then goes on to say, oh, it gets better, y'all. It gets better. Don't worry. I'm the only one crazy enough to jump out there and say what most of you want to say, but you don't have the balls to do so. Because it's very normal for people to be going through a rough patch and we all sit back and make a mockery of it, but I'm not going to do that. Let's pause right there. I'm going to look over here in this chat and see what y'all got to say. I want to know what y'all got to say about this. Let me back up just a little bit. Let me back up just a little bit and see what y'all got to say. Black but not bitter says Mayor Eric Adams of New York City was indicted following a federal corruption investigation. Yes, I heard he's not a good guy, from what I understand. Ms. HLS, always keeping it real, says idiots. Kind of my thoughts. Make It Rain says this is another reason why no one likes Tyrese. I did not know that was a thing. I'm now going to call him that. Shirley Divorce Papers, thank you for making it in. So good to see you here. Trust in My Destiny says, I'll never forget when Tyrese was capping for Brian McKnight. So this is not the first time, apparently. Butterfly 23 says, big dummy. Shirley Divorce Paper says, I'm free now. Nesto signing my papers. It's me free from nasty. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. B. Dane says, didn't Diddy have two types of parties, though? He had regular day parties and the freak-offs were after parties. Yeah, but here's the thing. Even if that's true, we don't know who attended what. Like, if that is the case, I can't see, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I can't see Tyrese going to the day party and Diddy, knowing who he is, saying, hey, Tyrese, want to come to the freak off? And Tyrese responding with, nah, man, I'm just going to go home and, you know what I'm saying, I just bought a new book, went to Barnes and Nobles, and I'm just going to sit and, you know, and read these books. Here's the thing. The way that Tyrese writes this tweet that he has since deleted, because see, I feel like if he was just going to the day parties, he would have left it up. Since deleted tweet about going to the most legendary parties and events I've ever attended in my life. A day party sound like he would just be like, yeah, it was cool. You know, we had some drinks. You know, we played some Biggie Smalls. You know, we played some Junior Mafia and some Lil' Kim, and then we went home. That's what a day party sound like. But this man said these was the most legendary parties he ever attended. I mean, I'm just saying. I ain't trying to accuse Tyrese or nothing. I'm just saying he don't seem like the day party type. But I mean, I'm sure there were lots of different events. But y'all tell me if y'all think Tyrese went to the day party and then went home to read his book. He got that new Terry McMillan and he had to go home and read it. Maybe, you know, just saying. Shavy says, troubled Reese not to stop. Okay. Us seniors need love too. Say he probably gonna show up on a video. Diddy tapes everything. Us seniors need love too. You're reading my mind. You're speaking my Spanish. You see where I'm going with this, right? There were over 138 video cameras, and Tyrese ain't gonna show up on none of them after attending all these legendary parties and events. I don't know. It just sounds like to me, this thing is about to open up. You know, I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about this. You know. Nola Brown. He was crying. What he was crying at the parties for, Nola Brown? What was happening at the parties that was making Tyrese? Why was he crying at the parties? What in the world? Make It Rain says, this sounds like someone got their back blown out. Yeah. Don't it though? Like, I don't know. You kind of picking up on what I'm picking up too. I mean, you know, the way that he says that don't worry, I'm the only one crazy enough to jump out here. Why would you? If you see ain't nobody else jumping out, why would you do it? You know, I believe it's some back blowing out happening too. Clutching My Pearls is in the house. She got flames in the chat. How you doing, Clutching My Pearls? Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. We sit up here talking about the Diddy Defenders. The first one we talking about tonight. And we're going to keep this going. Every week I want to get into one of these people because I don't want to bunch them all up into one live. I want to be able to examine their words. I want to be able to examine their actions. I want to be able just to talk about them on an individual basis. So tonight we talking about Tyrese because I thought that this statement that he made was absolutely ridiculous. So that is what we are doing on this Wednesday night. Thank you for coming through, Clutching My Pearls. Ms. HLS says, what I can't do is read that it's backwards post. Jackson Tabasco, he ain't did shit in my community either. So I don't know what the hell he's talking. I don't know what that is. Entrepreneur, you are not late. You are here. Thank you so much for showing up. Welcome to the tribe. We are discussing Diddy. And we discussing the Diddy Defenders. And tonight we discussing Tyrese. How did balls get in this? I don't know. It's weird. Shit's weird. I don't know. I have no idea. I said what I said. Baby boy, hush. Your slip is hanging. It is weird. Like, whenever I see stuff like this, I always be like, I could never. I mean, I could never do it like this. I mean, but he put everything out there, didn't he? I mean, he owned it. He is on it. Shirley's divorce paper said Diddy is crazy. Ain't no telling who gonna end up in Diddy mess. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I mean, if you think about it, we go back, like we can go back and look at all the over all the years, the people that not only have just taken pictures with Diddy, but have actually been at events, attended these parties, attended these after parties or whatever, freak off or not, we don't really know. A new victim just came out yesterday. We don't know how deep this goes. And think about how long we have been dealing with Puff Daddy, Diddy, Bad Boy. Take that, take that, take that. Think about it. It's been a while, right? I mean, I remember I was at Alabama State in the dorm when this guy from New York was like, yo, son, you gotta hear this new Craig Mack, yo. And I'm like, who is Craig Mack? And he was playing Flavor in Your Ear. This guy played Flavor in Your Ear on repeat for I don't know, a day or two. Like, and I had never heard. So this was in 94, right? So we talking about like 94 when he first started popping to now. That's a long time to be in the industry, and you cannot be in the industry that long without touching a lot of people, figuratively and literally touching people, putting out this music, a lot of it in a lot of our eyes and ears is iconic music, right? And having these big parties, and all of a sudden the more the fame grows, the more his influence goes, the more he starts to, you can now trust me, you can go the right way. The music industry does not absolutely corrupt everybody, but if you are corruptible, it will absolutely get to you. So we don't know. We don't know. Nia is here with this icon and avatar that really trips me out. She says Tyrese is always involved in somebody else's mess when he should be worried about his own. I believe that. I see that now. I think that but I think it's interesting that like he didn't just come out with like one or two words. Look at how much this man wrote about supporting Puff Daddy. I mean, it's crazy. Puff Daddy has artists that were on his label that didn't write this much stuff. I mean, it's odd. It's kind of odd. So I think again, let's not get lost on the fact that he took the post down. He took it down. So I mean, that says something, and to me, it speaks volumes. D-Dub says, "Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, native." Tyrese strives to stay relevant. Yeah, but there's other ways to do it. He's a singer. Why not go in the studio and just sing? I'm just saying. I mean, go make a record. You are a singer. You want to be relevant? Make a record. Why would he come out like this and put himself out there like this? This is a bold step. I mean, honestly, it is. I got my friend V. Lenore in the house. Hey, V. Lenore. How are you on this Wednesday? Thank you for coming by to hang out with the tribe. V. Lenore, can you believe that Tyrese said this about Diddy? Yep, somebody already says sound like somebody got their back blown out. Allegedly. PW says you're not about to make my blood boil with another idiot native. Hey, you know, we handle these idiots. We handle them, PW. You know that that's what we do. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to try to figure this thing out. We're going to try to figure out why somebody would come out this hard. I mean, like he is putting he put his whole foot in this explanation and in this show of support, which he ended up taking back for obvious reasons. I got real in the house and she got flames in the chat. Black but not bitter says, if God knew folks would lose their minds over a piece of tail, I hope they falls off. Okay. Black but not bitter letting us know how she really feel about the situation. Victor the Veil says, the only thing positive I have to say about Tyrese is that he is nice to public servants, or at least he was nice to me. Well, that's awfully nice of him, Victor the Veil, and I'm glad that he was nice to you. That's a good quality to have. But I don't know how he would have treated you at one of these freak out parties. You know, freak off, freak on, freak whatever. I don't know how nice he is at them things. Muffin 218 says everybody gonna get the side eye. Yeah, I believe it. V. Lenore says someone in the cartel filed a lawsuit against Diddy today. These lawsuits can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, wow. I think this is going to unravel as we, it's kind of funny now. I think you all will agree with this. That it's kind of funny to me that as we approach Nesto's trial date, and a lot of people was like, well, what are we going to talk about? What y'all going to talk about? Because that was the thing when early on in the Shirley Strawberry saga in the Nesto cinematic universe, it was, well, what y'all going to talk about when the trial over with? Well, we got it. We got it. Diddy is about to provide the gift that keeps on giving to those of us that create content. I promise, because this is going to be like almost on a daily basis. I mean, listen to Gene Deal. Listen to the Gene Deal interviews. Listen to Freddie P that was in the band. He has given some really, really insightful interviews over the last couple of days. If you listen to them in the way that they talk, yeah, it's about to go down. I mean, Freddie has said that there are people that he has personally talked to because he was, in that circle. He said there's people that he's personally talked to that he's not going to name that are definitely coming out. That's going to shock everybody. So it's about to get good, y'all. It's about to get good. 504 is in the building. She says, the only time I request milk duds is at the movies. Tyrese, go pay your child support. But he can't do it. Or whatever he said. I don't know. I had to turn that off. It was kind of shameful to see a man doing that. Listen, let's finish Mr. Tyrese. Y'all done gave me a new name for this man. Let's finish saying what Tyrese says. He also says that he added that he is praying for Diddy, his kids, his family, his mother, and all of the alleged victims that's in the middle of trying to simply have their voices to be heard. Check out how he closes it out, y'all. I love this brother. He's been nothing but kind and generous towards me. And that's the way I feel. Praying and praying for more of a better outcome of all of this is happening. God bless you, Diddy. If you ever need to call me and just need a listening ear, I'm here, bro. Tyrese. I was already at a respect deficit for Tyrese. This did not help. This did not help, not one little bit. This didn't help at all. Come on, Tyrese, dude. And just in case, the ET people did not make this up. Let me show y'all. This is the actual tweet right here with his, as 504 said, with his milk dud right next to it. Okay. And this is what he says. So I wanted to, when I found out about this, because I really wasn't aware of it. It was Legacy Moon that actually put me onto this article. So I wanted to kind of stop by and talk about it and talk about the Diddy Defenders, the people that make the excuses, the people who are defending this man and the horrible things that he's done. And I think the worst way to do it is to downplay it. Oh, it wasn't nothing but, oh, when did it become illegal to do this? Oh, see, they just trying to hold down a black man. Oh, they just doing this. And let me tell you, enablers are powerful. And a lot of times we forget about the enablers. A lot of times we forget about the people who defend and deflect on behalf of dangerous people. See, Tyrese may or may not have been a part of the freak offs, but you know what? Tyrese has a voice. And there are people that listen to Tyrese. He doesn't have to be a headliner. He's done enough to where people are subscribed to his Twitter or to his X or whatever they call it now. Then he got people that follow him on Instagram. He got people that's going to listen to what he says. See, my tribe, all of y'all know he a crybaby. Y'all call him Tyrese. Y'all done gave me his name. So I ain't worried about y'all. But there are people who actually listen to this guy, follow this guy, because in America, celebrity is a race. So you can be black, white, you can be Asian, you can be Latinx, but then you can also be celebrity. Celebrity in America has its own privileges. So you have white privilege and you got celebrity privilege. So in a lot of cases, we will abandon our principles. We will abandon what we believe in. We will put all that to the side if a celebrity tells us to. And again, not talking about y'all, because if y'all was like that, y'all wouldn't be here with me. Y'all wouldn't be hanging out here with me on a Wednesday night. So I'm not worried about y'all. But I do know that you know somebody that's like that. I do know that you've run across these people in your Facebook friend circle or in your Instagram circle where they espouse these things in order to be able to defend the Diddy, to defend an R. Kelly, to defend the Bill Cosby. I know that you know these people that have said these things because, again, celebrity is a race. It has its own racial, like you become like OJ said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. It's a perfect example of how, in a lot of cases, we forget who we are and we try our best to separate ourselves when we have something that nobody else has. So you do have those people that run in those circles and then try to talk down to you and I, because we're not in those circles. That's what Tyrese is doing right here. He's talking down to you and I as if we don't have common sense, as if we are going to buy his bullshit. And I can tell you right now, we're not. Not only are we not going to do it, but guess what? The court system ain't going to do it. The judicial system ain't going to do it. This man is cooked. And I think he is really starting to understand that himself. Let me hit pause real quick and say thank you, Bank, for becoming a YouTube member. Bank, your presence is my present. Thank you so much for becoming a part of the tribe. I do appreciate you so much. If you're going to come in and put your feet up, just take your shoes off first. That's all I ask. You can leave them by the door if you like. But thank you so much for joining the tribe. Jackson Tabasco said, here we go with that head V. Oh man, absolutely, absolutely. Victor DeVille says Nesto is a very interesting case, but not the only celebrity case or pseudo celebrity case to discuss. Very true. I think that there's a lot that's going on, but the thing about the Diddy case that I think is going to like replace Nesto in our purview is that there's so much going on around it. So you have Diddy, then you have what's going on with the book. You have what's going on with all the celebrities that are about to get caught up in this thing. Like there's just so many facets to this story. Nesto was good because Nesto kind of gave us a little bit of a social experiment as far as the things that he brought to the table. There's just there's so much that was happening on the side of the mental abuse and the manipulation. Then you had like the self-hatred for with Sonya, and the fact that she doesn't like black women and she is a black woman. All of these things kind of created very interesting conversations. I think that with the Diddy thing, we're about to kind of go into that times 10 because there's just so much that's going to unravel from this because of how far his reach went over all these years. So yeah, there are a lot of celebrity cases out there, but I think this one is going to be, like I said, the gift that keeps on giving because there's a lot that's about to happen. A lot. Talks with TK is here. So glad that you could make it. I got Muffin 218 who says, I've been hearing that the baby oil is actually drugs. What do y'all think? I don't know about that kind of stuff. Liquid Coke. Here's the thing. All right. Let's really just think about this logically, okay? The baby oil, there was 1,000 bottles of baby oil. All right. Even if I wanted to fill 1,000 bottles of baby oil with drugs, what the hell happened to the baby oil? The baby oil still got to come out the bottle. So if I recycle the baby oil, that means I used the baby oil. So what you saying, or what when they say that it's actually drugs, because I know where this came from, where the baby oil went. Because you could put drugs in a lot of stuff. I mean, literally, there's just a lot of containers that you could put drugs in. Why would you put drugs in bottles that you own? Like you're not transporting them. They were in his bathroom on display. My belief is that there was baby oil in those baby oil. Like sometimes the simplest explanation is what it is. Sometimes we ain't got to go look for a bunch of conspiracy theories and things like that. It was baby oil. It absolutely was baby oil. Yeah, yeah. Us seniors need love too. They are saying Snoop is next. Let me tell you, us seniors need love too. I am hearing that it is Jay-Z that's going to be next. Either one, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if either one is all I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. Snoop has been kind of like, I don't know. Snoop has been kind of like in and out of, mess. So I don't know. Texas Toy said he's so problematic. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Lex Rich says, and we still have material to review on Nasty Nesto. Should we have to create the dictionary, thesaurus, encyclopedia, and now concordance since he wants to preach? Shaking my head. Yeah. So, preacher, no. We listen, Lex Rich. I don't know a single seminary in the country that's going to let you become an ordained anything if you think Hercules is in the Bible. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you believe Hercules is in the Bible, you got some more studying to do. So I'm going to cross out preach out of that list. The dictionary, thesaurus, encyclopedia now concord. Well, see, you know what? The dictionary, thesaurus, and encyclopedia, I'm going to let somebody else do that. That's entirely too much work because I don't know if y'all heard them texts we read last night. Lord of mercy. I don't know if I got that kind of time. But yes, we still got some stuff to explore with Nesto. We still got the trial. We still got a lot of things to talk about. But I just think that this is just like blown up everybody's spot so quickly, you know. Black but not bitter says, I hope PCFP gets Diddy's call. Shay, you in here? Shay, are you in here, Shay? If you are in here, Shay, we need to know that you are on this Diddy thing because we want to hear all the calls. We want to hear everything. And if you got some text, we want to see them too. Miss Boogie Down says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Miss Boogie Down. How are you? D-Dub said, wasn't he also counseling DJ Envy and his wife? Who was? Diddy was? Because DJ Envy is a whole mess himself. Look, DJ Envy is a whole mess on his own. Yes, indeed. Uncle Sylvia. Black but not bitter, you continue to make me laugh. These comments are hilarious. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shay B says the way the people describing being in a room overhearing the heavy panting and ball slapping against sweaty skin. Oh man. Can you imagine some of the stuff that's about to come out? Just think about it, y'all. Think about it. People about to talk. People are about to talk. Like, you know, a lot of these people that were caught up are celebrities and are going to have microphones in their faces, but the people that aren't celebrities, just the regular people that manage to get in, yeah, that's gonna be, you know, that's gonna be some interesting stuff that they're gonna come out with. And you know, like I said, just get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn ready. Tyrese is all V Carter. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. Says Tyrese is always on the wrong side of everything with his thought process. So it would seem, right? Like, so it would seem that Tyrese is not the person, which I think this is why I wanted to start this with him, because I think he has a history of being on the wrong side of everything, like you said. So I agree wholeheartedly with that. I think that, like, in this particular situation, again, the fact that he said it and then the fact that he took it down, right? He even realized that this isn't a good look once everything starts to unravel. So, you know, we haven't seen a whole ton of support for Diddy, but you know, we never know who's gonna come out next. Everybody for the most part has been kind of like on the quiet side. So so again, let's see how this thing ends up. A lady 747 says, I used to keep an eye on the black manosphere. There are thousands of black men that are angry as fucking take it out on women. Let's talk about it, lady 747. That was kind of like another reason why I determined that I was going to do this. So, you know, I know I'm in the middle of working on some videos for y'all. There is another letter coming. I know I've been kind of slacking on that, but instead of working on that tonight, I wanted to talk to you all about this manosphere that a lady 747 is speaking of. And Fresh and Fit are one of the main podcasts in this manosphere. And if you all are not familiar, the manosphere is basically where guys blame women for everything. Guys talk about it is especially directed at black women. All right. So that makes it especially disgusting because you have black men like Fresh and Fit who are basically constantly dogging black women. And they get a lot of support. They get a lot of support. And a lot of the talking points that they raise are white supremacist talking points. They are things that white supremacists have for years espoused about black women. Okay. So you have black men that are repeating white supremacist talking points about black women and making money off of it. So there are thousands of black men that are angry as fuck and take it out on black women. Absolutely. Absolutely, that happens. And when I look at people like Tyrese, like Faison Love, you know, these people that come out and try to downplay what has happened to a lot of these victims. and a lot of these alleged, victims that have come out and said, this is what happened to me. A lot of these people are part of that manosphere, and they're going to find a way to blame the victim in these cases. Well, what were you doing at the party? You know what I'm saying? What were you doing at the party? Well, what did you have on at the party? We would have thought that that type of thinking would have been over with, right? We would have thought that by now we would have progressed because we're progressive people. However, when it comes to Black women, we're still in a lot of our old ways. And I say we as in Black men, because I'm not going to divorce myself from Black men just because there are some bad Black men. I am a Black man, and I grew up around a lot of the types of Black men that I've come to despise. And I've come to despise them because my father was a decent Black man. He wasn't perfect. He paid bills. He worked. He had a great work ethic. He never cheated. He was at home every night. And, and he did everything to show me what a Black man was supposed to be. So I can't separate myself from my brothers, even when my brothers are acting stupid. What I can do, though, is I can speak out and let everybody know that we're not all on their bullshit, okay? Because they are on some bullshit. But it's important to know that we ain't all on some bullshit. Some of us got some good sense in our heads. So I wanted to come out tonight to kind of speak on it, because I do know that there are a lot of guys, a lot of Black men who have platforms who either aren't speaking on it or are speaking on it in a Faison Love kind of way, where he's going to downplay it and the victims are going to be blamed. So I wanted to make sure that my voice was heard in that regard. It's not okay. All right. These SA charges, whether it be Nesto, whether it be Diddy, whether it be whoever, I'm not about to be one of these people that says, well, Trump did this and Weinstein did this. And, we're not doing that. We're not doing that here. What we will do is examine the justice system in a different live. We'll talk about that, because it's not fair for Black men in the justice system. But what we're not going to do is try to pretend like these horrid crimes aren't horrid crimes. That's not what we're not doing that over here. So that's why I wanted to make sure that, that we did have this conversation while it was fresh on my mind, Muffin 218 says Diddy is on a hunger strike, afraid of being poisoned. Interesting. I had no idea that was happening. Shay B says Suge said Diddy did what was done to him. Yeah. Suge Knight is an interesting character. Suge Knight knows a lot about a lot. I really, I think that's interesting. That you mentioned his name. Suge knows about a lot of this stuff. Speaking of Suge, I also heard, since we were talking about which celebrities were also going to get caught up, from what I understand, Dr. Dre is kind of got some stuff on him too. So, from what I understand, I don't, I'm just saying this is what I've been hearing. Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, names we might want to be on the lookout for. Just saying. A lady 747 says Sonya is the ultimate dangerous pick-me. She is dangerous. She is dangerous. Anybody that, and let me tell you something, anytime somebody hates themselves, anytime you find somebody with as much self-hatred as Sonya has, dangerous. Because if they don't love them, they can't love you. If they don't love themselves, they ain't got no love to espouse to anybody else. The hate that they have inside of them is what comes out. So yes, she's a very, very, very dangerous woman. She is. 504 says Nesto is over there bragging about how much bigger his toys were than Diddy's. Maybe that'll be in the phone call. Maybe that will be in the phone call. PW says it's too much. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. Blue Bear is here. Hey, Blue Bear, how are you? Bank says the only party I attend that involved baby oil was a baby shower. Because that's appropriate, right? That's what you're supposed to do. That's appropriate, right? Queen Black says hiding in plain sight. Exactly. Exactly. You are absolutely right. Trust in My Destiny says I saw an old clip of Pimp C talking about Diddy. Pimp C was another interesting person who was in the industry that knew a lot of what was going on in the industry. In some interviews, he did kind of leak out some different things. I'm gonna look into. I'm glad that you brought him up because I am going to look into some of his interviews. If you ever watch a Pimp C interview, he always was very interesting. He talked about a lot of different stuff, and some of the stuff he talked about didn't make sense until after he passed. So I think I do want to look into some of his. Thank you for bringing that up, his name up, so I can look back into that. Miss Piggy Braxton is here. If we start seeing unmoisturized, hold on, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, Miss Piggy Braxton. Let me try this again. All right. If we start seeing unmoisturized celebrities online, then we know who the culprits are. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You are absolutely correct. Black but not bitter says, aren't there quantity limits on bottles of baby oil? They're going to start keeping it behind the counter at the pharmacy along with the Sudafed. Listen, Black but not bitter, if you walk into the CVS, if you walk into the Eckarts or whatever you got in your town and try to get yes, they're going to tell you to go somewhere. No, get the hell on. But I don't think that's how he was getting it. I believe this man was ordering. He was going to johnsonandjohnson.com and he was putting in his order for them 1,000 bottles of baby. I don't think he was walking in nowhere. Because how you gonna walk out with them? And they ain't even got 1,000 bottles in the store. I mean, the most they're gonna have is what, 30? Don't nobody even buy baby oil like that. So they probably, they wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. So he probably goes to the website. Ebony says, what? Not Snoop, Ebony. I'm telling you, hold on tight. Hold on tight. We don't know who coming out next. I mean, Snoop Doggy Dogg, go back. The man made an album called Doggy Style. All right. The man has an album called Doggy Style. I'm not gonna put nothing past Snoop Dogg. I don't know what he did. This is all alleged and all at this point. It is some speculation. But I'm just saying, it's a lot. It is a lot. A lady 747. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says Wisdom's daughter said he can go to her church. He can go to who church? Who can go to her church? Nesto? Nestos? We talking about Nestos? Go to her church. Hold on, I'm confused. Okay, hold on. A lady, this is causing more questions than answers. Go to her church and do what? First of all, are we talking about Nesto? Second of all, do what when he go there? Assault everybody? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna preach? They're gonna let him get in the pulpit. What's gonna happen if he get out and go to church? I'm curious. I don't know what the hell. Oh man, Queen Black says, can Shay get Fed calls? I don't know. I hope she can. As far as I'm concerned, Shay can do anything. Like I promise you, this, when she came out with them damn texts, I was convinced Shay can do anything. There is nothing Shay can't do. So I wouldn't put it past her if you turn on YouTube one day and Shay said they're talking about the following calls are from Diddy. Uh, are from Diddy talking to LeBron James about the baby oil. Sit back and listen. I wouldn't be surprised. Shay can do anything in my book, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know how Fed phone calls work, though. So, Freedom of Information Act, I ain't familiar, so it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I don't put nothing past it. Lex Rich says, I ain't say he needs a qualified to speak, let alone preach. Dre told him to. We already know he don't qualify to speak. He definitely don't qualify to preach. But I do remember the conversation between him and Dre and getting in the church and being a deacon and all that stuff. What you gonna do now, Nestos? What you gonna do? What you gonna do there, Nestos? You gonna go to church? You gonna be a preacher? What you gonna do? A deacon? I don't know. I might have to do something like that. I mean, it was a very odd conversation. Make It Rain says, damn, the dominoes are about to fall. Right, right. Villanova is what I missed. Villanova, we talking about these manosphere dudes, man. We talking about these fresh and fit and these dudes that get out here capping for these people and jumping out and putting their careers and their reputations on the line to defend Diddy and defend Bill Cosby. That's what we're talking about. A lady 747 says the black manosphere are truly white supremacists. They are. And if you ever listen to what they're saying, you start to realize that it doesn't, and what was crazy was like Kevin Samuels was on that too. And when you start to listen to the things that he was saying, it's like, no, man, you on the wrong page with this. But he has such support. And I always said we always like to support people because they have on a suit. All you got to do is put on a suit. You can fool everybody with a suit, and that's crazy to me. But you're absolutely 100% correct. They are truly white supremacists. They hate black women. And if we all come from black women, which we do, literally and figuratively, we all come from black women. So if you hate black women, you really hate yourself. That's the ultimate form of self-hatred. The misogyny that we see in this patriarchal society is self-hate at the end of the day. V. Carter says it is their displaced anger at their children's mother, child support, ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, or preferences who did not like their nice guidance. Absolutely, V. Carter. Absolutely. Very much displaced anger. Yeah, yeah. And with that comes a lot of misinformation about black women. I've heard everything from, black women don't work out, black women aren't as intelligent. Then they go colorism on you and they say, the darker women aren't beautiful. It's only the light skin that they like and they prefer this and this and this. And, all of these things spawn out of that displaced anger. It all comes out in different forms and in different ways. So, so I'm just reading the next comment, y'all. So, but no, you're 100% right, V. Carter. That's exactly what it is. And if you listen to it and really just listen to them, it sounds like someone broke them. They sound broken, and they sound like they're trying to express everything in the way that they can, when they're broken. Have y'all ever put a record put a scratched record on a record player where you can hear the music, but there's interference. There's something that's keeping it from being what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? There's something that keeps it from being the song that is supposed to be sung. And so for a lot of us black men, and again I say us, we are scratched. We are damaged. When you put us on the record player, the song doesn't come out the way it's supposed to come out. It skips, goes to the next track. The song ends abruptly. So to your point, that's that displaced anger. It's that scratch in the record that doesn't let the song play the way it should. PW says at Native Tribe Urban Media, as the only straight man left, we need your voice. Hey, every time I look up, somebody else done had sex with Diddy. I'm just saying. I have not. So I don't know what's going on out there, y'all. I don't know. They making me want to stay in the house. I ain't gonna lie. They making me want to stay in the house for real, for real. A lady 747 says, we appreciate you, good brothers. Hey, there's a lot of us out here. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of good brothers out here. We are doing our best to be seen and to be heard. And, I think one of the things that I want to do is open up safe spaces for us to be able to talk about these things. Going into We'll see. We in the end. We coming toward the end of 2024, beginning of 2025. I do want Native Tribe Urban Media to be, more active and more involved when it comes to these issues that my brothers are facing. To give us more of a platform, more of a voice, so that way, we can let you know that we are out here. V Carter says we appreciate it, Native. Absolutely, V Carter. The pleasure is literally all mine. Muffin 218 says take account for your actions. Absolutely correct. Yes, take account for your actions. That is what we need to be preaching. PW says Suge knows about a lot of this stuff, but he will never tell something straight up. Get on my nerve. Suge talks in code. I haven't heard his podcast, which, by the way, y'all, Suge got a podcast in jail. I forgot. I think it's called Collect Call or something like that. But yeah, he got his own thing going on in jail where he talks in code. He always talks in code. I actually knew some people that knew him, and he only does that whenever there's a camera or a microphone in his face. Suge actually talks a lot, from what I understand, and some of the things I've heard him that he said before. He talks a lot. He does. So I think it's interesting that you brought that up. That he doesn't. He talks in code whenever he feels like he's in public and he's and he wants to bring attention to his statements. He does that. Houston Foodie 713 is in the house. She says we already know Dre ain't right, don't we though? Don't we though? You know what? Speaking of Dre, let me just say real quick, Houston Foodie, we know Dre ain't right. When you saw Straight Outta Compton, didn't something feel off about that movie? Like, I felt like, wait, isn't there a whole section about Dr. Dre that should be in this movie that's not in this movie? Like, wait, I remember somebody by the name of D. Barnes. I remember him having an incident with her where he beat this woman up. And, funny enough, Straight Outta Compton movie kind of skipped over that part. Everything I've ever heard about and known about Dre is that he's a horrible individual. Now, we can talk about the music separately. Nothing but a G thing, baby. Gotcha covered. Deep cover. All the Eminem hits that you may or may not like if you like Eminem. Dr. Dre did all that, right? But from what I understand as an individual, he was just a horrible, horrible person. So we know Dre ain't been right. And I think Dr. Dre should be in the mix of people that are going to come out of this thing, like in probably in some compromising positions. We're gonna see though. 504 says Suge tells everyone's business. He knows a lot about the industry. He can also tell you a lot about driving over people. That is correct. And that's not alleged. He did that. He did that. Shirley's divorce paper said that Family Dollar is going to be locked up. Yes, they're going to lock up all the David oil, ain't it? S&W 380 says, remember, Snoop had After Dark. Yes. Snoop does not give me choir boy vibes. I'm sorry. Snoop does not give me I'm innocent vibes. I'm pretty sure Snoop is going to come out. Something gonna come out. A lady 747 Wisdom says she will pray with him and save him. Wait, she gonna save who? Nesto? Or she gonna save who is him? Nesto? Are we talking about Nesto Williams, or are we talking about Diddy? Because I'm trying to figure out which one is gonna disintegrate first walking into a church. Diddy or Nesto? Because that's a hard one to call. I don't know. Ooh. Later 747, you're killing me right now. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. Work in progress says you can't get Fed calls. Okay. All right. I still think Shay can do it. I'm just saying. Real Son says federal calls are not available. Okay, Real Son. I'm just saying we're gonna put Shay on it anyway. Because I think she can do it. I'm just saying. But thank you for that information. Dimples Wimples 504. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the platform. Donation for the Loud Ass Mouse Foundation. Look, I love my mouse. This mouse is a part of. Look, it's a package deal. Okay, if you take me, the mouse comes with me. Okay, it's a package deal. I ain't going away. You gotta accept my cat. Okay, because she's a cutie, and you gotta take my mouse because it's a part. We a package deal. All right, Dumples Wumples, we come together. All right. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Trust in My Destiny says, I'm still lost at Faison Love coming to Diddy's defense. Speaking of him, can you do the Faison Love voice? Please and thank you. Do I have a Faison Love voice? I mean, I can do the Faison Love breathing because that dude is like every interview this dude do, he's about to fall out. I'm trying to think. Do I have a Faison Love voice? Let me work on that. Let me work on that. You kind of put me on the spot on that one. Let me work on that. Let me work on that. All right, and make it rain. I thought you was on my side. Make it rain has joined in with Dimples Wimples. Thank you for the super chat. All right. She says this is a mouse donation. Look, I'm going to tell y'all again. It's a package deal, y'all. It's a package deal. You accept me, okay? Smokey, the most amazing cat in all of catdom, okay? And my mouse. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. But thank you for the super chat. Make it rain. Y'all killing me right now. V. Lenore, is Native playing records on record players? I'm going to tell you right now, I have an amazing record player, V. Lenore, and I have some amazing records. I'm not currently playing records because I'm doing this live, but maybe when I get done, I might throw on my, let me see, I got like Prince greatest hits. I got what else I got over? I got Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. I might throw that on. So, I might just do that, Vila. No, I'm just saying, I got some good stuff over here. Wax is not dead. Wax is not dead. My Retta says, my brother Native, how you doing? My Retta. I got Allie B. Allie B, I thought you was on my side too. Why are y'all joining Dimples Wimples? Why are y'all doing this to me? Thank you for the super sticker. And she says for the mouse. Okay, just trying to clear this up real quick. I don't need a new mouse, y'all. Okay, it's in proximity to. All right, you know what? I've explained this enough because it doesn't matter because here comes Ms. HLS. Miss HLS. I thought she was on my side too. But apparently y'all are all joined up with Dimples Wumples to talk about my mouse, okay? Look, doing the best I can over here, okay? I'm doing the best I can. My mouse is what my mouse is. We are a package. Take me, take my cat, and you take my mouse. We come together, all right? All right? Dang. But thank you so much for the super chat. Make it rain. Make it rain with the super chat says, let's get a Mac. For your information, Make It Rain. This is a Mac, okay? And this is a Magic Mouse, okay? All right. The positioning of the mouse just happens to be near the Mac, which is why you can hear it, okay? Just saying. But thank you so much for the super chat. Lord have mercy. I love my tribe. I love my tribe. Yes, indeed. V. Lenore says Suge is lightweight taking up for Diddy, if you ask me. I mean, I haven't heard anything recently. I do know that he has said some things in the past about him, knowing what kind of guy he is. But have you heard some new stuff? Has he had some new quotes from prison? Because that would be interesting to know. I'll look that up, V. Thank you. Oh boy. All right. Jackson Tabasco. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Jackson Tabasco, thank you so much for super chat. Jackson Tabasco has teamed up with Dimples Wumbles, which is not surprising. Not surprising at all. She says, throw mouse away. The mouse is fine. It's fine. Okay? It's fine. The mouse is fine. But thank you so much for the super chat. I will take that suggestion into consideration. V. Lenore says, D Barnes' story breaks my heart. Man, you know what? And what breaks my heart more than her story is the fact that we have some kind of way forgotten about her, and we forgot about what she went through with Dr. Dre, and not only Dr. Dre, but NWA and that whole thing. If you all are not familiar with D Barnes, there was a video show back when they had video shows called Pump It Up, and D Barnes was the host of that show. Ice Cube and NWA were beefing at the time, and she interviewed Ice Cube first, I think, and then interviewed NWA and kind of told NWA a little bit about what Ice Cube had said or something they got into during the interview. Afterwards, Dr. Dre assaulted her in a bathroom and really did damage to her physically, and I would say mentally as well. It's a really tragic story, and I think that when we talk about covering up and when we talk about not taking responsibility, I mean, Dr. Dre went on, as we all know, his career thrived after that. He was in no way at all was there any real consequences for him? We know he didn't go to jail. I can't remember what happened with the court case. I think she might have won that. But this woman, outside of winning money, when you think about money can't restore your psyche, it can't restore your confidence. It can't restore any of those things. So sometimes we think that a lawsuit solves everything, and it doesn't. So the D Barnes story is absolutely heartbreaking. And if you all are not familiar with it, I would implore you all to absolutely look that up. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries. Yeah, Dr. Dre knocked that woman out the door. He really did. Literally. Literally beat her like she was a man. And D Barnes was not a big woman at all. But big or not, he had no business assaulting that woman the way he did. And the story literally has been swept under the door. So like I said, if you want to know more about what we're talking about, because I kind of put it all in a nutshell, just look up D Barnes. You can look up D Barnes, Dr. Dre, and you will see plenty of stories. And I remember when that happened, and it's still heartbreaking to this day. Miss Piggy Braxton says the Michelle story was better from that Dre aspect. I didn't watch it all. So I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I think I saw the first 15 minutes and couldn't take no more. But I might I might have to just suck it up just to see, how they told that story of Dr. Dre. Texas Toy, thanks. Somebody is on my side. Thank you, Texas Toy. Y'all leave that man mouse alone. Thank you, Texas Toy. See, we down 4 flat tires, Texas Toy. Thank you so much. Make it rain. Make it rain says, we have to help our brother. Yes, thank you for helping me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And here comes Jackson Tabasco, because we leave well enough alone, can we, Jackson Tabasco? We always got to get to this point in every live. Mouse broke. Okay. All right. Thank you for the thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Soul Power says, "Hey tribe, I know y'all been in here talking about Shirley. We did. We started out Soul Power. We started out talking about how empowered and how good it must feel for Shirley Strawberry to finally be done with Nesto. That's how we started out this conversation. So you're right. We sure did. We absolutely did. We talked about Shirley, but we talked about her being relieved. We talked about Shirley just just having that Nesto, just getting Nesto washed off and just feeling good about herself. And I know her and Debbie are celebrating. So yes, you are absolutely correct. Suge Knight, I mean Suge Knight. Villanor says Suge also beat women and great dudes allegedly. Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. Yes, I do remember. Suge is kind of yeah. Sugar's kind of a slimy dude. At the end of the day, yeah. Miss Piggy Braxton. Miss Piggy Braxton. I'm not sure why Dimples Wimples has y'all doing this to me tonight. And yes, Dimples Wimples, I'm blaming you. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Mouse. Okay, I got it. I understand. Okay, I get it. I get it, y'all. I get it. Okay. But thank you so much for being a supporter, for being a supporter of the channel. Ms. HLS says, I'm confused, man, because which him and who gonna do what? Thank you. I'm confused too. I'm confused too, Ms. HLS. I don't know about walking in the church. I don't know who wisdom daughter gonna bless in that way, but Lord, she got a job on her hands with either one of them. Trusting my destiny says for equipment. I didn't want to say mouse. I guess I just did. Oh, trusting my destiny. I thought we was better than this. I thought we was better than this. Thank you so much for the super chat and supporting the channel. All right, I'm gonna go. All right, okay, I'm gonna go buy a mouse just because that seems to be what we talking about tonight. Okay. Dimples Wumpus says, "Thank you." Okay, you're welcome, Dimples Wumpus. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, let's talk about it all. Is here this evening. Soul Power, my mouse is not malfunctioning. As you can see, it's working just fine. All right. Make it rain. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey, Smokey. She is not here currently. She's probably asleep. Shay B says, I have 2 record players. Well, ain't you fancy? I just got my one and my one is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. And guess what, y'all? I don't need a mouse to operate it. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Jackson Tabasco. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jackson Tabasco. Says mouse beige, cord dirty. This is a cordless mouse. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. But thank you so much for supporting the channel. Trust in my destiny. Mac, not Mac. Look, y'all, my equipment is fine, okay? Oh, man. Villanova said he was on Chris Cuomo's show. Okay, I got to go back and look at that. I will definitely do that. Make it rain said with another super chat. You know what? There is no problem. I have no problem. None at all. I don't have a mouse problem. I don't have an equipment problem. There is no problem. I am scrolling through and getting through this live seamlessly. But you know what, Make It Rain? I appreciate you supporting the channel. I appreciate you asking the question. I appreciate you being concerned about little old me over here trying to get through this live with these folks that I thought was on my side. Thank you so much for being here for me. Thank you. Make It Rain, NYC, Florida. Miss Piggy Braxton says, Dre, Diddy, Jay-Z, and several others have publicly harmed women and are still in the limelight with no repercussions. And I think that that's wrong. That's 100% wrong. And, you know, we have become so used to just, oh, it's nothing. Yeah, whatever. You know, and I think we don't put ourselves in the victim's shoes. We don't realize the repercussions that they have to live with. Like, can you imagine just being publicly humiliated by a Dr. Dre, Beats by Dre, Aftermath Records, Jimmy Iovine's partner, Dr. Dre, and it's you versus them. You know, it's the ultimate David versus Goliath. And I think that, you know, I don't like the fact that we push these stories under the rug. If you was gonna make a Straight Outta Compton movie about NWA and Dr. Dre, tell it all. You know, don't try to make Dr. Dre seem like some kind of like, oh, he sacrificed so much for his music, and oh, he was just, you know, trying to make a living in the music business. And all that may be true, but I think that we owe it to the people that they hurt to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And a lot of times that doesn't happen. So what does it do? It emboldens the next person to say, here, I can get away with this. You know, we set the precedent for, you know, unruly and bad behavior in that way. And that's dangerous. It's just absolutely dangerous. Jackson Tabasco says, hopefully these stories will continue to come out, expose the devils. I think we need to talk about it. I think that conversation will absolutely bring about change. The problem is nobody wants to talk about it because we all have these heroes in our heads, you know, these false idols that we worship in our heads. That's why I said earlier, celebrity is its own race, because we separate celebrity bad behavior from our bad behavior. If I did what Dr. Dre did to D Barnes, do you understand how far underneath the jail I would be? Deservedly so, right? But see, when we look at celebrities, it's like, oh, well, you know, he was stressed out, or, you know, we have all the excuses in the world. And a lot of times, in a lot of cases, it comes from us. It comes from Black folks. We got to stop doing that. You know, we got to stop doing that, because see, the luster of celebrity has been falling off for me. And there's just so many people that are just like, well, you know, Diddy, you know, he might have did this, but so-and-so did this, and so-and-so did that, and so-and-so did that. We not talking about them. We talking about this man right here with the big head and the little face. Y'all ever looked at Diddy? How you got a big head and a little face? Why your face don't take up the rest of your head? How is all of your face centered into the center of your head? How does that work? I ain't never seen nothing like that before. But he got a bunch of head and just a little bit of face. Weird shit. Shit's weird. I don't know how you did that, or how that happens. I don't get that at all. Kimmy K says Dr. Dre has been a menace for a long time. I remember when that happened to D Barnes. Yeah, Kimmy K. Yeah, I remember that happening, and just as quick as it happened, it was gone. You know, it was gone, man. And I think it's sad. Trust in My Destiny says Diddy looks like a demon. That's because he got a big head and a little face. I ain't never really seen nobody with it look like a big head and a little bitty face. That shit's weird. As Dion would say, it's just weird. I don't know. He said that's an accurate description of Diddy's face. Y'all look at his mugshot. Go back and look at that mugshot that they got of him, man. That dude, his head is huge, but then like every part, like his eyes, nose, mouth, it's all like real little in the middle of his head. And it looks like somebody made him out of, like, remember when they used to have those stop motion it was the stop motion that like the raisins. You remember the raisins that I heard it through the grapevine? It looked like them same people made Diddy face and just put like a little, just a big head little face. Weird. Shit's weird. Anyway, Soul Power said, "Oh, big head, little face." Oh, trust my destiny said that mugshot is something, ain't it? He looks crazy in that mugshot. He do. Trust my destiny. I know Detox is tearing him up. Yeah, yeah. Entrepreneur Mommy says he's a beady-eyed little fucker. Yeah. I think of you as trying to describe beady-eyed because you know people like, oh, he beady-eyed. What's beady-eyed? Pull up a picture of Diddy. That is beady-eyed. That's about as beady-eyed as you can get. That is the best description of him. Justin's mom said, I just noticed it the other day. His eyes do it for me. Yeah, he a little weird looking little dude, man. Like for real. Muffin 218 said, what's wrong with his top lip? I don't know. Maybe they ran out of clay. They was trying to make him out of clay and they just ran out and they didn't have enough. I don't know. He's a weird little guy. Weird looking little guy. Look, Villanova wants y'all to know in all capital letters, Tyrese has a humongous head. Yeah, 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 yeah. He kind of do. He kind of do. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says, because he's got a demon on him. Is that what caused his face to shrink up to the middle of, remember Shrinky Dinks? It's like his face is a shrinky dink that they put into the oven and it shrink all in the middle of his face. Did the demon do that? Because I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, Justin's mom, them claymations, man. Don't P. Diddy head look like one of them claymate. I heard it through the grapevine. He looked like he could be in one of them commercials selling raisins. It's weird. It's shit's weird. Make It Rain says, Daddy is not eating because he's in withdrawal. Could be. I could be. That could be. There, they do have him on the on the watch, making sure he don't unalive himself. So he could be, we just don't know. What's going on with him? It'll all come out, it would definitely all come out. Dimples, Wimples, reminding that if you want to show love, you can always super chat. Your presence is my presence. I do appreciate you all hanging out with me on a Wednesday. We just kind of talking about Tyrese. We're gonna wrap up in a minute, but my thought originally coming out here this evening was just to I just wanted to show the lengths that people would go through to defend not just Diddy, but in a lot of cases, all of these celebrities, whenever they do, obviously, we're not talking about political prisoners. And this is the point that I wish that Sonya and Nesto would understand as well. Nesto is not a political prisoner. He is not somebody that is locked up for something that he didn't do. He is not locked up because of a cause. He's locked up because his shit caught up with him. If we're being completely transparent. My point tonight was to show what people would go through to defend said people, that are obviously monsters, that have obviously been doing things in the community. We've heard about these things for so long. Cassie was like the anomaly where we actually got to see it. As disgusting as it was, you can't defend what was in that video. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Pinocchio, the professionalist in Checkar, says Diddy was an extra on Alien Nation. Pinocchio, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? See, I gotta laugh at all y'all stuff when I get off. I can't laugh right now because I ain't got time. But Pinocchio, why are you doing this now? What you know about alienation? What do you know about alienation, man? Come on now. Yeah, he probably was one of them people walking around in the back. I ain't laughing at you tonight, Pinocchio. I ain't laughing at you tonight. Come on now. You brought up alienation. Y'all look up alienation. Y'all look up alienation. A lady 747 says, and thank you so much for The super chat. Only a dope fiend would have paid Cassie a day after she went public. It was too late. He'd been faded for decades. Right. Yeah, and it all of this stuff was so suspicious, and all of this stuff was so like telling, what he was doing all this time. Entrepreneur says he claims someone is trying to poison him. So he's not eating. Who would be dumb enough to work at the prison and because only certain people are going to touch his food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is a really weird excuse to come up with, that he thinks somebody is going to poison him. I think what it is that Diddy lived in such like away from our regular life and our regular society that he is absolutely afraid of everything. He's paranoid. He's used to eating food prepared by chefs that he's hired and that he's paying. And now you have prison guards who obviously have less than what he has. Shout out to prison guards, but they're not making P. Diddy money, and they're the ones handing him his tray of food. He doesn't trust that. So I think it's more paranoia on his part, because, that would be so easy to find the person that did that. That would be crazy. Nobody would do that in that situation. So, yeah, I think you said it right. He claims somebody's trying to poison him. Ain't nobody trying to poison him, man. Ain't nobody trying to lose their job and catch a charge for Diddy, Soul Power said Nesto is an unlicensed, incarcerated beautician. Nyla. Yeah, Nyla did point that out. And there's no lie at all in that statement at all. So absolutely. Us seniors need love too said, enjoy this live, Native and Tribe. Have a good evening. Good night. Us seniors need love too. I'm not too far behind you. I think I've said all I've needed to say about this situation this evening. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? What I read to you all from Tyrese was from what did we say, March of this year? So now that everything has gone on, everything has happened, do you all believe that there will be more people coming out, or is everybody going to remain quiet? Do you all think that everybody is going to clam up because they don't want to get caught up? I mean, what y'all think? I'm kind of curious to know what's going to happen next. Here's what I do know is going to happen next. If I'm not mistaken, Legacy Moon will be coming on after me. So if you want to meet over at Legacy Moon's house, I think she's going to be doing some things not too long after we end this live. Pinocchio. What do you want from me? Listen, I'm gonna need you to stop thinking about TV shows that ended decades ago that I forgot about. That's Trusting My Destiny says, will she have snacks? I believe snacks are available. Don't quote me on that though. Don't go over there talking about Native said. All right. I'm just saying, I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. She's a good host, so I'm thinking so, but I don't know. Lion Mom says allegedly Kim Porter, Jamie Foxx, Albie Shore, and Heavy D were possibly poisoned on account of the diddler. He may have reason to be paranoid. Okay, I mean that's legit. That's legit. That is legit. So I will say that. Moon pies. What a great idea. What a great idea. Vila North says people will remain quiet until they know for a fact they are in the clear. I think so too, V. I think that everybody's gonna lay low, let all the chips fall. Like they're gonna let everything fall before they say yay or nay on supporting this dude. I don't think we're gonna hear a mumbling word out of a lot of people that's close to it. But I will say, let me just tell y'all this. If y'all really want to get some more insights on the way Diddy thinks, the way he acts, Art of Dialogue has interviewed Freddie P. Freddie P was in the band. If you all remember that, making the band, he was the one dude that was always asleep or always like he woke up the latest. He was always in a bad mood because he really didn't want to be on the show. But they are doing some interviews with him, and he is really spilling a lot about Sean Combs, the person, a little bit about this situation, but more about the way that he thinks, the way that he treats people. It's been some really good interviews, so I would recommend that you all check those out. Um, and let me know what you think. Um, Soul Power says maybe the tape's gonna shout for them. True. Um, Texas Toy said Freddie still look homeless. Stop it. Stop it, Texas Toy. Yes, he does. Okay. Miss Piggy Braxton says, I'm just going to watch the tapes and look for my birthmark. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Look, you all have been great. I have enjoyed myself this evening. Thank you all for this coming through. I appreciate all of the super chats. I appreciate all the shots about my mouse. Okay. Thank you all for being concerned. My mouse is fine. Want to shout out everybody that donated to the cause, everybody that supports the platform. I got more stuff coming for y'all. I promise I am working my tail off in the background. I am going to continue giving y'all some good stuff to laugh at, some stuff to think about, and we just gonna keep growing at this thing. You all have been great so far, man. I love all of you all, whether you have your picture in your avatar or not. You are beautiful. Don't let anybody, including yourself, tell you otherwise. You are beautiful, loved, and blessed. And somebody might need to hear this, but you are enough. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Don't forget to check out Legacy Moon. She should be coming live not too long after we get out of here. But thank you all for supporting me, and thank you all for being who you are. I will catch you all later on.